Shalom. I like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakal Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, who are the true leaders of Israel today. And salutations to my Akim, who do this work in truth and sincerity, who are risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. And the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we're the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. This is your brother Akale from the GMS Jamaica Kingston camp, and this video is about the division that Yahweh Shemeshai is bringing to this earth. And there is already division in the earth, but the division is going to become way more severe than it currently is. And the division among the people will also become chaotic, wild, and even violent, okay? Because we're in the end days. We're close to the manifestation of all of these end-time prophecies that Revelation 13, verse 16 to 17 prophecy, okay? The deliverance of the children of Israel, the destruction of America, which is Mystery Babylon the Great, Jacob's trouble, etc. The return of Yahushai, of course, with the angels, all of these prophecies, man. And especially the time of Jacob's trouble, this is where we are headed into, okay? And today's news, I'm not going to bring out any articles or anything, but it's important to keep up with the news, right? Some major things have happened today. So over there in America, they're saying that the big O has hit the shores of America. And now they're finding, and that was yesterday, so now they're starting to find more cases over there in America. It's been found in Canada as well, and the UK, and the big O started they identified it first in South Africa. And it's slowly but surely, being brought out that it's in various different places. In America today, I believe it was the new case that they found was an individual that is double juiced up, okay? And by the way, isn't it interesting that they're saying that the individuals that have the big O are those that are double juiced up? All right, there's an agenda there with what they're doing, and that I'm referring to is the wicked elite of Esau Edom. All right, the so-called white people. They rule this world today, and they are the biblical Edomites, but it is their wicked elite that is pulling all the strings, as it says in Job chapter 9 and verse 24, that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So just like in our kingdom, we will have a ruling class, they have a ruling class right now. They're elite, okay? And they're intentionally bringing confusion and division to the world, okay? Now, they're saying that people that are double juiced up are the ones that are being identified with the big O, which then makes you think, okay, so then what's the point? You know what I'm saying? But these things are intentional. But yeah, so they're saying that this new case, apparently it was like from the middle of November, the person had that's been identified has been tested, and they have the big O, and the big O, apparently they went to some anime convention, and now all the people that went to that anime convention need to be tested. And this was from like 2 weeks ago. So since the narrative is saying that it was 2 weeks ago that this person more than likely has had it or whatever else, you can imagine how it's already spread everywhere. And so the narrative is the same narrative. It's the same song and dance. It's the same rodeo. Every single time a new of that thing, the new invisible enemy appears, whatever version of it appears. Okay, so now this is what's going on right now. Of course, the inflation is happening right now, and the famine is well on its way, right? And people are suffering. So things aren't getting any better. Things are just going to get worse. And I'm hoping, as a man in this truth, a servant of Yahweh Shemishai. I'm hoping that this is the one that they finally made that big push. Speaking of big pushes, further in the news, you have over there in Germany, they've made their announcement that those that are not juiced, okay, those who are not juiced are being denied all services except for essential services, right? So they're saying that's coming in. This is something that I believe Austria is doing as well. And then, over there in Australia, the draconian measures, and these are draconian measures that are being pushed, because here it is that you have the big O has been identified in people who are double juiced, not in people that are not juiced. And here it is that they're saying, oh no, we still need to ban you from having access to these things, which that's a lot of confusion, right? Because it's really making you think. And, I had today I had a few family members over at my house, and one of them decided to jump up and tell me just because something about the big O came up and whatever else, and the person told me, oh, that your cousin got is double juiced up. And I said, okay, because that cousin is basically the last person of my family, at least out here in Jamaica, that wasn't. So now at this point, my entire family from are double juiced, and so they're encouraging me to take it and do whatever else. And actually, I think maybe there's one person that hasn't. But yeah, man. And one thing I said to them, I'm like, but what would be the point if they're finding in the double juiced that it's being spread, the new O? And they're like, oh, well, that's a conspiracy theory. I'm like, it's a conspiracy theory and it's coming from CNN and mainstream American media news. They're like, well, those channels, you can't trust that information. So I'm like, okay, so I'm here thinking, so what do you trust? You know what I'm saying? What do you trust? Okay, because you ran and you did all of these things because of what the mainstream media has been telling you. All of a sudden, you don't trust it. So I'm not understanding the logics here. It's confusing for me. All right, because when they report, CNN and the mainstream media, they're getting their information from the WHO, the World Health Organization. So if you believe that what they're saying is wrong, then why did you run and get double juice? Our people are just completely gone, and Esau Edom really has done a number on them, and they're gone and they're confused. But this is Luke chapter 12 and verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth, I tell you, nay, but rather division. These are the words of Yahushua in red. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house, divided 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, and the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. All right, so people are going to be divided in all kinds of ways, beliefs, social class, race, status, every kind of way. People are going to be divided, and this is intentional, man, because when the people are divided, it's going to create chaos. Yahweh Shemishai is doing this intentionally, and Esau Edom is being used as that tool to bring it about. Furthermore, also in Germany, I believe they're saying that for those that are unjuiced, when the new when it comes, when these new things come in, they're saying, I believe it's every week or every month, you got to pay like 100 and something US or euros as a fee for not doing it. And so it's going to cause a lot of people to be like, even for people that are a lot of people won't be able to afford it. They already know that, but then people who can afford it, you can just see how chaotic it's going to be, man. Okay, it's going to be really bad out here. All right. And so people are also becoming stressed and frustrated because they just want to go back to what they deem as a normal life. And they're going to be like, the narrative has been against the people, against those that aren't juiced. And things are just going to get worse, that division. People are going to be blaming each other for whatever is going on and all these kinds of things. And then eventually people are just going to be so distracted and being turned against each other. And then boom, the economy is going to crash. Meanwhile, the famine is occurring at the same time, but the economy is going to crash. And then they're going to have their perfect solution, which is that central bank digital currency. Okay. And so over there, even in America, it is extremely divided. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2 comes to mind. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight, everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. So the Egyptians, America is known as spiritually Sodom and Egypt. America is known as Mystery Babylon the Great. America is the image of the beast, which is the image of the Roman Empire, because it is like the second leg of the Roman Empire, the redux of it, a continuation of it. You know, the beast whose deadly wound was healed. All right, so America's all of these places, man, mixed into one. Is that place of confusion. All right, so these people are identified as Egyptians, and they're going to be fighting against each other, man, once again, because of the division, the beliefs, and everything else. And then, you know, with the draconian measures coming in, people are going to feel more pressured and more pressured and more pressured. And it's going to, you know, people are going to have an evil eye towards their neighbor, man. Okay, so these things are all coming. And then 2 Ezra chapter 15. Let's just read this part right here, 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. So it's going to be because of this division, man. All right, people are really feeling the pressure, and you know, so many television shows, movies, etc. have showed us that when it is that people start having their rights quote unquote taken away from them, or especially when food is being taken away from them, and then there's a certain group that is being blamed for this, the people easily turn against them, whether mother, father, children, whatever else, aunt, uncle, cousins, whatever, best friend, it don't matter, man. Okay, once people start to lose that comfort, and Esau Edom is taking people's comfort away from them as well. All right, so this is the time that we're in, man. And it's a very beautiful thing to see, because I eagerly await the downfall of Esau Edom, man. Okay, so just keep watch, you know, and pray and fast and stay in the spirit, man. And I saw a brother do a video earlier. He said, you got to stay hot to be cold or something like that. And what he was saying is that, you know, while you're hot in the spirit, you know, a part of that is being cold to this world, because we're going to see a lot of people being judged, man. We're going to see our own people that, you know, as far as you can remember since birth, they're going to be judged by Yahweh Shemishai for not repenting and not believing. And you can't be getting emotional in the days that are coming, man. If you're getting emotional and you're shedding a tear, you're in the danger zone with Yahweh Shemishai, and that's all that matters, man. All right, you can't be doing that kind of stuff. You have to sever the ties, man. Okay, these people are gone. All right, and many times the elder apostle Tahar has said, those who do the do right now, do the juice, okay, who drink that juice, they're more than likely going to accept that digital all, that Revelation 13 verse 16 as well. Okay, so this ain't about no emotions, man. This is the word of Yahweh Shemishai. Okay, so with that, I like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemishai, Bashar Makal Kodesh, Wa Abad, Babal Shalom.